What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Solana. Now, I've never been the biggest fan of Solana purely off the basis that I don't like the way that the network sort of deals with congestion. And they've had some issues across the past year, particularly obviously with FTX and everything that's happened there, especially now. Some exchanges are delisting it as a concern about regulatory clarity. We also need to talk about what's happening with Binance at the moment. There's a mass exodus of employees. There's a lot happening in the space. Before I get into any of that though, guys, if you're new to the channel or you're a returning viewer and you forgot what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. And in the videos I showed everyone I was buying these coins up because I thought they were going to make a lot of profit. You can see what the coins were worth when I did the videos and released them. You can see what highs these coins hit 18 months on. And you can see what the profit would have been from $100 into each. And if that's what you'd done, so you'd done exactly $100 into each and sold 18 months on, your profit from a $2,600 investment would have been around 123 grand. It's pretty good. Now, I sold all these off. I've been buying up new cryptos since we saw the market crash. And on my website, copymycrypto.com, I share the coins that I'm in with the members. So anytime I buy a crypto, I let the members know what coin I'm buying. Anytime I sell a crypto, I let the members know what coin I'm selling, what I'm doing with my profits. Now, have a look at how you got on in the last bull cycle. What were your profits? What did you bank? Did you miss opportunities to bank profits? Did you bank enough? What coins did you pick? Did you pick the right coins? Then go on to copymycrypto.com and go read through the site. Everything on the site that you see is public record. You can verify everything that you read and see on this channel's history. You can hear what I've said in the past, confirm it. You can see what the members earned in the last bull cycle, and again, confirm it. And if your numbers don't match up with the members, maybe copymycrypto.com is something you want to consider, guys. There's a link in the description for it. So let's talk Solana. There's a lot that's happened. So as an example, Backed is a massive platform. They've decided to delist Solana, Polygon and Cardano. Backed have cited that they need further clarity on compliance measures. They've expressed its hesitation to offer more altcoins until regulatory guidelines become more explicit. These actions by Backed and other platforms have come as the SEC continues its regulatory crackdown on Web3 market participants. Backed's General Counsel and Secretary emphasized the importance of regulatory clarity before adding more coins to their platform. In the past month, the SEC has classified 67 altcoins as securities. And we've seen other platforms like Robinhood cease to support coins like Solana, coins like Polygon, coins like Cardano. We also saw eToro do the same thing. It is regulation by regulation by compliance is the worst approach I've ever seen to sort of trying to get clarity in the space. Is just the SEC literally deciding everything is a security. As a result, everything needs new rules or needs to fit under the rules that's currently in place. It's like, dude, look at the Howey test. Look at what it is. Is it actually appropriate anymore as a measure of what a security is? Also, how do some of these coins fit in as passing the Howey test as a security? I've gone through the Howey test multiple times. I've looked through coins and done the four criteria. And you know what? A lot of these cryptos are clearly not securities. But it's Gary Gensler shooting his load all over the place and trying to just become as powerful as he can. It's a nightmare. And he's just slowing everything down. Again, we've seen what happened with XRP. There was huge price suppression on XRP as a result of this. And it's something that I've reiterated a couple of times, but anyone that isn't a fan of XRP, and it's totally fair if you're not, you should be if you're in the crypto space, you should be rooting for Ripple to smash the SEC. Think of it like Roman Reigns: smash them, stack them, and then leave. That's what we need Ripple to do to the SEC, because the way the SEC are approaching things is a goddamn joke. It's ridiculous. Speaking of weird approaches, Binance CZ has not exactly approached this sort of DOJ investigation very, very well. We've seen tons in the last day of senior executives leave Binance. Huge people within the company as well. We've got the Binance General Counsel, the Chief Strategy Officer, the Senior Vice President for Compliance, the Binance's Global Vice President of Marketing and Communications, and Senior Director of Investigations, all left the exchange. And it was down to they did not like the approach CZ was taking against the DOJ. All these people said they're leaving on good terms. They continue to support ZZ, support and respect ZZ, but you know what annoys me? Since Elon Musk did these changes, you can't actually. No. Oh no, right, he's reversed them now. This guy doesn't make sense. So I've been here for 2 years, and it's simply time for me to move on to the next challenge. I've taken the company through a lifetime of industry crises and regulatory challenges, from Luna to 3AC to FTX. Despite all these challenges, the companies continue to grow and thrive. Yeah, now he's not actually cited any issues with how CZ has done things, but there's definitely been some concern. Certainly insiders have said this. It's just bizarre, man. The whole space is getting weirder and weirder, and it's the SEC. It's Gary Gensler so responsible for all this. Alright, back to Solana anyway. So Solana's been delisted from a couple of big places. Solana is apparently a security. Now, all of that crap aside, look, I'm not a huge fan of Solana. The way that they structured it has improved, by the way, the blockchain, but the way that they structured it was, if there's congestion, rather than having the gas wars that Ethereum do, they restart the blockchain, they shut it down, they restart it. But to be able to do that, means you're kind of centralized, man. You can't be fully decentralized if you're able to do that. But what it does mean is that there's a stop-start issue with Solana. Now, they have put in a fix which should have resolved the matter, but over the past couple of years, there's been some serious issues with Solana. Solana they've been tarred with the FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried brush, and the Alameda research, if I didn't say that. So many of the Solana-based projects, the bigger ones like Serum at the time, hugely invested in by Alameda and FTX. So they've all taken a hit. As of right now, look, Solana's a good price point. It's $19, probably going to go up. But there's a few things to consider here. It's only been through one bull cycle. So we don't actually know if there's a history. Like, I said this previously in another video, like, 2 bull cycles is a pattern. And you can actually see if there's a long-term uptrend or downtrend. It's only been through one. So it could go either way. But with the SEC looming and stating that they're a security, there's probably a legal battle on the way, unless the SEC loses to XRP and precedent is set. If the SEC win, which I think is unlikely that they beat Ripple, but if they did, the price suppression that would come to some of these cryptos would be huge. And Solana, that's had a rough time, that had some really dodgy gits involved in Solana, not the actual main team, but I mean the Alamedas and the FTXs and Sam Bankman-Fried. There's been a lot of issues. With the price suppression that could be imminent as a result, and that could be there as a result of this SEC case, the fact that they've been delisted on some big platforms, you got to be aware this may very well not break its previous high. It may not. And when you're looking at it, and you're looking at the price points, there's a lot of volume knocking around the $100 mark. There's a lot of volume knocking around the sort of 120 mark as well. I'm not convinced this breaks its previous high. I'm really not. Because while they have grown, this is one of the fastest growing ecosystems in all of crypto. There are millions of people that use this as a tech, aside from the way that they used to shut down the chain, cost per transaction, sod all. It is built for adoption. It's built for scalability. Transactions per second is pretty damn good. This is a quality chain. There is no doubt about it in terms of the growth that they've had. But the price suppression that could come as a result of the SEC, as a result of delistings, I look at Solana and I'm wondering, maybe this only goes to about $120. Maybe this only goes to $120 because it cannot break new highs because it's being delisted, it's being price suppressed by a court case. Unless they settle. If they settle and get rid of it, maybe then they're fine. But I look at Solana and I go, it's a quality chain, but I think they've got issues on the horizon. I really do. And right now, honestly, I think Solana 120. I don't see more. And I don't see more because there's not been a trend. There's not been a long-term uptrend. It's been through one bull cycle. We also have a ton of layer ones right now. Some are better than others. Solana is definitely a good one, but we're inundated with them. And some of them haven't been highlighted as securities. And as a result, they're probably going to thrive. Solana, not sure. I'd be looking at 120, possibly 160. But again, there's no, this is the price of Solana and all the 67 that have been highlighted by the SEC will come down to what happens with Ripple and the SEC. If Ripple win and precedent is set that the cryptos are not securities, or cryptos that had the same structure in terms of fundraising and everything else as Ripple XRP. If they win, a lot of these cases disappear, and then your perspective can change immediately, because all of a sudden, without that SEC looming litigation, price suppression, new highs could be hit. But without that, without the certainty of what's going to happen there, I'm looking at 120, maybe 160 for Solana. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think you can do more? Do you think you can do less? Do you think I'm being harsh? Let me know. Either way. And if you're a returning viewer or you're a new viewer and you're not subscribed, you're going to get perspectives here you don't get elsewhere. These can really help with your crypto investing. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss them. And guys, if you want to take the work out of your crypto investing, head over to copymycrypto.com. That is a site I run where I share with all the members the coins that I own. Anytime I buy a crypto, I tell them what crypto I'm buying, why I'm buying it, the gains I think it can have. When I sell a crypto, I do the same thing. What crypto am I selling? What percentage am I selling? What am I doing with my money? And the members can copy along. We started, and within the first couple of days, we had a couple hundred members. We now have over 3,000 members, and that's because we've had coins that have done 100x's. We've had Phantom that did 700x. And I say it again, check how you did in the last bull cycle. Check what your gains were, check what your profits were, check how you banked money. Then go on to copymycrypto.com and compare against the members. If your numbers stack up against the members, cool, you don't need Copy My Crypto. But if they don't, then go to Copy My Crypto, go read through the entire site and see if this is something that will work for you. And that's all you got to do. And that is it from me, guys. Have a lovely day. Take it easy.